Did you know there's a revolutionary AI fundraising trend emerging, yet virtually no one's actually tapped into it? The old, uncertain way of fundraising is done because the latest AI tools now make fundraising capital easier, safer, and more scalable than ever. So, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to leverage these powerful yet mostly overlooked AI fundraising tools to find, meet, and attract investors effortlessly for your fundraising round. To help you solve these problems, I've personally built 8 specialized AI powered fundraising bots. And today I'm going to show you exactly how some of them work. And here's the cool part. I'm going to give away a couple of these bots completely free, so you can start improving your fundraising immediately and really plug the major parts that you need to right now. So just check the link below to get them. The other more advanced bots are reserved for exclusively for my clients, but I'll still show you exactly how they work so you know what's possible and how you could benefit yourself. All right, so let's dive right in. First up, the biggest problem that I see founders make in a funding round, and really without it, you can't actually do any types of funding round, and that's finding the right investors. Because let's be honest, tracking down investors who actually care about your industry, your stage, and vision can feel like searching for a needle in a haystack. You're really trying to find the right people, but it's time consuming, it's frustrating, and often overwhelming going through these massive lists of investors or going through pages and pages of LinkedIn trying to find it. Now, that's exactly why I created the Investor Finder GPT. This bot instantly generates a targeted, relevant list of over 100 ideal investors for your startup, saving you weeks of manual research, and then giving you tools and tips to how you can get warm connection to them. Think of Investor Finder GPT like having your own personal assistant who knows exactly who you should talk to, someone who hands you a perfectly created list instead of you spending hours scrolling through LinkedIn or investor databases. For example, let's say that you're building a sustainability focused consumer app at the seed stage. Rather than manually hunting down investors, Investor Finder GPT would instantly generate a targeted list of early stage investors who actually invest into sustainability and consumer apps. Let me show you exactly what I mean by that. So we have the Investor Finder GPT here, and we're going to click this button here. It's going to ask us this, and I was going to ask us some questions about our company and what we need to do. So it's asking you about this, what stage you're raising, how much you're raising, what industry, etc. Now, I like to use voice. You don't have to. I find it easier, but you can type it if you want to. So let's keep it onto the sustainability-focused consumer app. So I'm raising a seed stage company. I'm looking to raise $1 million. In terms of the industry, I'm looking at a sustainability-focused climate tech, and it's going to be a B2C business. And my company is based in the US, and my business model is consumer, and it's an app. What am I looking for? I'm looking for mainly VCs, but some angels as well. Now that's going to go through, and GPT is going to look for it. And it's going to do a certain thing that I've created on it to really find it in the right way. And what it's doing here, as you can see, is it's actually creating me 20 high-fit VCs and angels that matter to you in the sustainability climate space. Okay. Now, these are 20 of them, and now it's going to give me a warm intro strategy as well. And what you can do is you can just repeat. You can just repeat the same thing. So once you've done that first one, you should just say, give me more investors, give me more investors, give me more investors. And it will keep finding more and more investors. And now these are going to be highly structured, like it shows it here. It actually gives you the reason why they're a fit and what they're doing, and saves you so much time to find the right investors for your startup. So imagine how much faster and easier fundraising becomes when your investor pipeline is laser focused from day one. And here's even more good news. I'm giving away the Investor Finder GPT completely free right now. Just check the description below to grab your access and start reaching out to ideal investors today. So now that you've got your targeted investor list ready, the next step is critical to a funding round because it makes sure investors actually instantly get what you're doing. But here's the truth. Investors are busy people. They see hundreds of pitches every month. So if you can't explain what your startup does and why they should care in one clear, powerful sentence, you've already lost their attention. And that's exactly what the next GPT does, which is the one-liner GPT, which is creating your one-liner for your funding round. So this bot helps you instantly craft a compelling one-sentence pitch that makes investors immediately understand and appreciate your startup. Because you need to think of your one-liner like a movie trailer. If the trailer doesn't instantly grab your attention, you're probably not watching the movie. And when it comes to a funding round, investors are exactly the same. If your one-liner doesn't grab their attention, they're just not going to remember you. They're not going to want to invest into you in the end. So you need to make sure that your startup's trailer, i.e. the one-liner, is impossible to ignore. For example, say you're building a fintech app. Instead of saying something vague, we help people manage their money, one-liner GPT might craft something bold and clear like, we help millennials save 10 grand a year automatically without budgeting. See how that instantly hooks you? So here's how to use it right now. I'll just quickly show you what we're doing. So we want to click that and help me find it. And now we just want to go through this. I'll use the same one that we've been doing the whole video, and we will do, which is climate tech, okay? Yeah, so we are a sustainability climate tech business for B2C people, and it's an app. Main customers are going to be middle-aged people looking to improve their recycling. I don't know if this... Now I'm just making things up, but we'll see how it comes about, okay? And you can be a lot more detailed in this as you know your industry really well. Yeah, I'm solving the aspect of recycling and the importance of it and making sure that people understand the importance of recycling and then actually improving their carbon footprint from it. Lack of motivation and actually doing it and solving this massive problem and then knowing the impact of their actions are the two ones. As you can see, right, it's asking you the right questions to get to the right thing, right? And it will keep pushing you until it can get to a really great thing. The main outcome for the app delivers for these users is actually being able to improve their carbon footprint, making sure they're recycling and make them feel like they're actually doing something better for the world. And then fundamentally after that, being able to monetize it, recycling, to say that. Yeah, we have about 100,000 users right now and we want to reach 100 million. No one else can gamify and make people actually do recycling in the way we can. Most people can only make 20% of their users recycle, but we can get to about 80. Perfect. So now it's giving you 5 different examples of what we can use, right? So we help middle-aged consumers turn recycling into a habit. Our gamified app drives 8% engagement compared to industry norm with 100K users already on board. And you can use these 5, and we can now start to really get to a point of where we can create a one-liner, and we can keep tweaking with this with the GPT to focus on one, being more specific, and really start to hone into it more and more, because it's not ending here. We want to keep pushing as much as we can to find and tweak these as much as possible, whether it's the wording, the data, how we talk about it, making it simpler or more complex. We can keep working on this and keep going through this AI to really make that one-liner as perfect as possible. And the best part is, again, I'm giving this bot completely free as a thank you for watching this video. So just check the description below to grab your access to both of the ones that I've shown you already. And you can start crafting your irresistible one-liner right away. So now that you've got a powerful one-liner ready, that's great. But here's the next big challenge. And it's a big one because I see this time and time again. Founders struggle to craft the right story behind your pitch deck. So think of your pitch deck like telling a great story around a campfire. If your story is confusing or jumps around randomly, people are going to lose interest quickly. But if your story naturally flows, builds clearly, and hits the right emotional notes, everyone's going to start to lean in and actually be excited by what you're doing. You get stuck figuring out what slides to include, how to structure your narrative, and most importantly, how to clearly communicate why investors should care. Plus, without direct feedback, founders often have no idea what's working or what's turning investors off. Now, does that sound familiar? And that's why I built the Pitch Deck GPT. So this bot instantly gives you a clear investor-ready pitch deck structure, helping you tell a compelling story that investors immediately understand and appreciate. And Pitch Deck Creator helps you craft exactly that kind of compelling narrative. So instead of randomly throwing slides together, this bot instantly outlines exactly what slides you need, what order to put them in, and how to clearly communicate your startup's value. For example, it will tell you exactly how to transition smoothly from your problem slide into your unique solution, and how to clearly show investors why your team is uniquely positioned to win. Here's how easy it is to use. I'll just quickly show you. So we've got the pitch deck creator here. We can click Let's Start. Now it's going to go through and it's going to ask you all of these kinds of questions. And I will just quickly talk about them and to save you time, and then we can get back and see what it's come up with. Okay. So now we've actually started to go through it. I just gave it some stuff. And what it's going to do now is it's going to give you slides basically in a story-driven pitch deck on how you actually do it. So these are all of the slides that we can go through. Now it's going to go, it starts with 4 slides and then it will go down the slides as it go, and it just means that it has a better thing. But you can go through the whole slide deck and you can create it. And again, like all of the other AI systems and all of the other things that we can do, you can start asking it questions, given your background and your understanding of storytelling and that stuff. How would we improve the pitch deck? What else could we do to make it more story driven? And you can start to tweak it so that you get a structure of this is the way in which my pitch deck should be structured. And then I can create it and design it from there. Not only does that, but it also gives you an understanding of what it should look like and some tools of images that you should be doing as well. And as always, this bot is totally free as well. So just check the description below to grab your access and start crafting your investor ready pitch deck today. So now once you've got your pitch deck ready, you're probably wondering, what tough investor questions will investors ask me? How do I handle objections confidently? Now, I've got something special for that. It's called the Investor Simulation GPT, and it's a premium reserved exclusively for my clients. So I'll tell you more about this one in a second, but how ready are you really for tough investor questions, and how much have you actually practiced? Because I've coached countless of founders through investor meetings, and trust me, nothing really prepares you better than realistic practice. But most founders go into investor calls unprepared, nervous, and unsure how they'll handle tough investor questions or objections. And when investors sense that hesitation or confusion, it can really kill the deal and really kill your investment round. And that's why I've created the Investor Simulation GPT, because this premium bot gives you a realistic 30-minute simulated investor call, complete with different investor personalities, tough questions, objections, and curveballs. It's like having a real investor meeting, risk-free, before you ever step into an actual pitch. I want you to think of Investor Simulation GPT like a flight simulator for pilots, because pilots don't learn to fly by just reading manuals or watching videos. They practice in realistic simulations first, because simulations let you safely experience the real thing, learn from mistakes, and build confidence. And Investor Simulation GPT does exactly that for your investor meetings. So at the end of the day, based on my detailed background, working closely with investors, investing myself, and seeing thousands of startups, the bot clearly tells you exactly what you did well, where you stumbled, and how to improve. And then once you want to do at that point is you want to leverage the Investor Analysis GPT to go through your recorded calls and really give you a simulation and understanding of what's going wrong. So here's the actual investor meeting simulator. What it will do is it will schedule your investor call, select the investor personality. Maybe it's a skeptical investor, an analytical investor, and even a friendly but direct investor. And for 30 minutes, and what you'll do then at that point is you'll do voice mode and voice sync, and it will go to here. I'll just show you. Hey, let's start.
I hear you loud and clear. Glad you're using voice. Makes this feel way more like a real investor call. So where are you dialing in from today?
Okay, as you can see, they're going through I don't know if you heard that, but as you can see, it's actually going through where are you dialing in from today and the starting of it. I'm just using this as an example video. Can you just ask me some questions about the company straight away?
Totally. Let's jump right in, like we're already a few minutes into the call. So tell me what you're building. What's the product and why now?
There you go. So it's asking me about product and why now, and you can just go through it, right? Now that sounds like she's going to be the direct one, but you can ask at the beginning. You can ask at the beginning if you want it to be a different personality type, and then also, otherwise it will just choose one of them, and then you go from there. And afterward, the GPT will give you clear, actionable feedback on your performance, highlighting your strengths, pointing out your weaknesses, and showing you exactly how to improve before your real meetings. And after that as well, once you've done multiple of these meetings and then also uploading practice calls that you've done in the real world, it'll start to understand the general feedback you're getting and what you need to improve on, whether it's specific questions you need to improve on, whether it's general meetings, etc. And again, this comes from my experience of seeing thousands of startups having hundreds of investor meetings, investing into tens of companies really, and really delving deep into what it means to create a great investor meeting and how we do that in the right way. Now, here's the important thing. Investor Simulation GPT is one of those premium tools reserved exclusively for founders who I work closely with, because it leverages my deep experience coaching founders and knowing exactly what investors look for. It's incredibly powerful, and it's only available to my private clients and genuinely gets to about 80% of what I'm doing. It's crazy. But if you're interested in accessing this bot as well as my other tools like the Founder Origin Story GPT, the Unique Insights, the Investor Call Analysis, the Process Analysis, the Communication Analysis GPTs, where it really analyzes everything that you're doing in a funding round, as well as working directly with me, you'll find a link below to get more details on how we can work together. We covered a lot today. Let's quickly recap. First, I showed you how to quickly find your ideal investors using the Investor Finder GPT, so you have no more wasted hours searching online. Secondly, you learned how to instantly craft a powerful one-liner using the one-liner GPT. Third, you discovered how to structure your pitch deck clearly and powerfully using Pitch Deck Creator. And finally, I introduced you to my premium client-only bot, which is the Investor Meeting Simulator and Investor Calls Analysis Simulator, which gives you a realistic investor call practice, direct feedback, so you can confidently handle the tough investor meetings. Now, here's exactly what to do next. The first three bots, the one-liner GPT, the Investor Finder GPT, and the Pitch Deck Creator GPT, are completely free for you right now. Just click the links in the description below and start using them immediately to level up your fundraising. But if you're interested in accessing my premium bots, like the Investor Simulation GPT, the Calls Analysis, all of the others that I was talking about, and working closely with me, I've included a link below where you can learn more and get in touch. But just remember, fundraising doesn't have to be stressful or confusing. With these bots, you're not just working smarter, you're fundraising smarter, you're making it much faster and easier to do a lot of things, and you're not going to be spending so much time wasting time on things that don't matter. So go ahead, grab your free bots below and start raising capital faster and better today. Oh, and one last thing, whilst AI tools are great, you still need to understand what systems you have to put in place to fundraising properly. So if you want to learn how to do that better, check out this video here.